NFL Thanksgiving Bowl predictions. Jahmyr Gibbs shut down. Patrick Mahomes rattled. Joe Burrow beats Ravens. One bold prediction for each of the NFL showdowns on Thanksgiving. There's nothing more American on Thanksgiving than spending time with family, going back and forth from the table or couch with multiple plates of food, and watching 3 games of NFL action. The first course will be the 23rd Turkey Day meeting between the NFC North's Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions, the most played matchup in NFL Thanksgiving Day history. The league's midday action will feature 2 of the biggest brands in football, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. A fun day of football will then be wrapped up with an AFC North rivalry showdown between Joe Burrow's Cincinnati Bengals and Lamar Jackson's Baltimore Ravens. What thrilling, unforeseen events could occur in each of the 3 games? Here's one bold prediction for all 3 courses on the Thanksgiving slate. Packers hold Lions' Jahmyr Gibbs to under 60 yards rushing. Detroit Lions running back Jahmyr Gibbs enters Week 13 as the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. And for good reason. He totaled 219 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns on only 15 carries, 14.6 yards per carry, plus 45 receiving yards and a touchdown on 11 catches, in Detroit's 34-27 overtime win over the New York Giants. The game-winning score was a 69-yard touchdown run on the first play of overtime. Gibbs enters Turkey Day on fire. However, the Green Bay Packers will extinguish that and hold him under 60 rushing yards, something that has happened only 4 times this season, including his 19-yard performance on 9 carries in Detroit's 27-13 Week 1 loss at Green Bay, his worst game as an NFL starter. Despite Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones' insistence that All-Pro edge rusher Micah Parsons lacks the ability to defend the run, Parsons' Packers defense ranks 6th against it in 2025, allowing just 96.5 rushing yards per game. Green Bay also benefits from facing a banged-up Lions offensive line that will be without starting center Graham Glasgow knee. Left tackle Taylor Decker shoulder, right tackle Penei Sewell ankle, and right guard Tate Ratledge knee were all limited in practice and are listed as questionable for Thursday. Parsons, explosive linebacker Jaron Cooper and company, should have what it takes to significantly limit Gibbs in a season sweep of the back-to-back NFC North champions. Cowboys defense intercepts Patrick Mahomes multiple times. Yes, Kansas City Chiefs 3-time Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in football today. But the Dallas Cowboys defense, yes, the Dallas Cowboys defense, will make Mahomes look very mortal. Dallas does enter Thanksgiving as the NFL's second-worst scoring defense, 28. 5 points allowed per game. But a closer look at the past 2 weeks reveals a different unit. The Cowboys' defensive personnel has changed dramatically following trades for Jets All-Pro defensive tackle Quinnen Williams and Bengals veteran linebacker Logan Wilson, as well as the returns to health of electric linebacker DeMarvion Overshown and rookie 3rd-round cornerback Shavon Revel Jr. Since Week 11, when all 4 made their 2025 Cowboy season debuts, Dallas has been the best run defense in football, 45.0 rushing yards allowed per game, even while facing 2 standout running backs. 2025 6th overall pick Ashton Jandy of the Raiders and 2024 Offensive Player of the Year Saquon Barkley of the Eagles. Forcing the Chiefs to become one-dimensional will allow Williams, 3-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle Kenny Clark and defensive tackle Osa Odigizua to pin their ears back against Mahomes, who will be without Pro Bowl right guard Trey Smith ankle. The pressure Dallas generates should result in turnovers, with 2023 NFL interceptions leader Darren Bland, along with another Cowboys defender, each coming away with an interception against the 2-time league MVP on Thursday. Bengals' Joe Burrow throws for at least 300 yards and 3 TDs in return to snap Ravens' 5-game winning streak. The Ravens went from being left for dead at 1-5 to now sitting at 6-5 and tied with the Pittsburgh Steelers atop the AFC North. The reason? Since Week 8, they fielded the best defense in football, ranking either first or tied for first in scoring defense, 13.4 points allowed per game. Third down defense, 26.6% conversion rate. Red zone defense, 30.8% touchdown rate. and takeaways 10. Only 2 quarterbacks have thrown for 3 or more touchdowns against Baltimore this season. Patrick Mahomes, 4 in Week 4, and C.J. Stroud, 4 in Week 5. Josh Allen is the only quarterback to surpass 300 passing yards against the Ravens this season, doing so all the way back in Week 1. However, Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow will throw for at least 300 yards and 3 passing touchdowns in his return from a turf toe injury that has kept him sidelined since Week 3. Cincinnati wide receiver Jamar Chase, Burrow's top target, returns from a 1-game suspension for spitting on Steelers cornerback Jalen Ramsey, and he'll be playing with extra edge, fueled by the layoff and Burrow's return. Bengals running back Chase Brown enters on a 5-game streak of at least 100 scrimmage yards, tied for the longest in franchise history since the 1970 AFL/NFL merger. With those 2 weapons, and even with no 2 receiver T. Higgins sidelined by a concussion, Burrow is primed to light up the Ravens for at least 300 yards and 3 touchdowns to close out the NFL action on Thanksgiving.